what is unacceptable is Pep's reaction. You
Well,
can't
saying
go.
they played well.
You can't go on live television in front of millions of people who pay a lot of money to listen to you. Give them an insight on the game, right? It's not just
He has to. He's contractually obliged.
Yeah, but it's not just a dude they pick out outside the stadium and say like they had no idea who the guy was. Say, okay, what do you think? And the guy gives something stupid. This is Pep Guardiola, and we ask him a fair question. What did you make of that game? I'm sorry, but I cannot have him going, yeah, we played really well. I'm really happy with the players.
Was he being snarky? Was he being sarcastic?
But he always does it, Gab. He always does. Every time they lose, he goes like, no. And even sometimes when they win, he goes like, oh, yeah. This is not good enough. I'm sorry, this is not good enough.
There's a part of me that feels, you can do what you want after the game. But there's a part of me which also says, you're part of this reality TV show, which we call football, because that is what it is, right? That's what brings in the sponsorship money and the TV money, and you're part of it, and you've got some level of responsibility to play along. I don't expect you to go and reveal all sorts of secrets from your team, but just point out what you could have done better. Point out, I don't see how this is helpful at all.
It's not. And I think, one, it was a big fat lie, clearly, and Bernardo was honest and truthful and said, like, yeah, we were not good enough. I mean, anyone who watched that game knew that they were not good enough. They didn't play well. It's not. And then for Pep to come out and say, yeah, we played great. Really, I'm happy with the players. Well, what? You can't come out and say things like that when it's so not true. And on the same hand, where Mourinho goes too far the other way, the way he criticized it publicly and Ndombele after the Burnley game.
You don't have to mention Mourinho.
No, but I'm saying, just for an example, but even Pep after the Real Madrid game, who was playing down the whole tactical stuff, manages this. That was BS as well. You tactically outsmarted Zidane. Just say my plan worked. Great. His plan didn't work on Sunday.
I am slightly in two minds about this. And at the risk of being tabbed, arrogant, it's okay, I'm used to it. Sometimes when managers answer questions honestly, we in the media go and we take it in a million other directions and blame them for it. I think of Maurizio Sarri when he says, like, when he came out and he's like, oh, well, after the Lyon game, he's like, well, we were playing too slow. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I can't get the players to play quicker. Or last year when he talked about Eden Hazard, he says, well, when the ball comes to Hazard, it can slow the game down and he doesn't really fit into what we're trying to do. He's answering a question honestly, and then what do we do? Like, oh, look, stupid, sorry. Why is he criticizing Hazard?
Well, no,
the problem is there's this cacophony of, frankly, people in the media who start crap all the time, of ex-pros who don't follow anything or understand anything. Not all of them, obviously, but there is a loud minority of them.
Yeah.
And if he had come out and said, we were terrible, United played on the counter and they were always comfortable and whatever, he might have been slaughtered anyway. So I'm really caught in two minds about this. I would prefer the honesty.
Yeah, you would have more respect for him if he said, you know what, I play this.
But I also know why they're not honest, because when they're honest, there's a pylon.
Yeah, but there's a pylon as well when he lies like this, because we say, okay, Zinchenko, what was the idea? Why didn't Mahrez start? Mahrez should have started that game every single day of the week. How come you do?
What about Phil Foden on the wing?
Well, I don't even need to tell you, we saw. And I think he had more influence when he dropped a bit deeper when Bernardo came off and Mahrez came on. But that was never a game for Phil Foden on the right-hand side like this. But for Mahrez, every day, Zinchenko. Okay, you thought you were going to be smart. Zinchenko is a left back, but no, look, he plays midfield when we have the ball and second midfield, and then Otamendi is completely lost, and then it's far too easy for Wan-Bissaka and Daniel James, and you're then like, that was stupid.
So he did really screw the pooch.
He screwed completely, and as good as he was against Real Madrid, and we gave him a lot of credit and a lot of love, that one was just a massive mistake.
I'm wondering, does he just take it like it doesn't matter? This season really doesn't matter. And so maybe he does experiments, and sometimes they work out and they don't work out because he knows that it really doesn't freaking matter. They'll still finish second, especially given the way Leicester are dropping like a stone on whatever. The gap is big enough. You're obviously not going to catch it.
I know, but what good does that make to your team, your fans, your
because
players?
You're trying things, and maybe these things will work out.
Yeah, okay, but you lost 3 times against United in the same season now.
No, that's fair enough. Let's give United some love now.
Yeah, just one last thing on City, and I want your opinion. For someone like Pep, who for so many years used his fullbacks so well, better than anyone before the Trent, Robo, diagonals, he had Jordi Alba and Dani Alves, the two best fullbacks for many years. For now, to underuse or even not use at all any fullbacks in his build-up play, in the movement going forward, I find it incredible. I mean, Zinchenko and Joao Cancelo yesterday on Sunday just gave you nothing. It's almost like they were not there.
I don't think Cancelo was that bad going forward. But
what did he do going forward? Is there one cross? Is there anything? No, there's nothing.
But I mean, I think he was just coming to terms with what was happening around him. It is unusual, but Pep could also say it's a form of evolution, right? He's always experimented. He's always screwed around with his team, always tweaked things, and generally in the long run, it's worked out for him. And you know what?
I was amazed.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.